Anushree, it's so exciting to have you on the show today. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Now, Sultans of the Street, quite a unique concept and very colorful and very interesting. Tell me about it.
Sultans of the Street is something that I wanted to write because I wanted to explore power dynamics between children and the concept of choices, but I wanted to set it in India because I'm from there and it's my world and I know it best. So it's about 4 children and how they get wrapped up with this one auntie. They start begging on the street dressed as various different gods and goddesses.
There's been a lot of focus lately, and rightfully so, on the impoverished state of children in India when it comes to their education, when it comes to their living conditions. So what was it about that really inspired you to create a play involving 4 children living in those conditions?
It's something that I'm very interested in. All of my plays have social justice and social change as a theme in every play that I've written because I find it's very important to hold a mirror back to society. And kids are something that I'm interested in because I was born and raised back home. We had children coming in and out of our house a lot of the times, and we had little kids working for us. The power dynamics always fascinated me. So when I grew up as an adult, started writing professionally, when I look back, all of my plays have children in some ways, you know, younger kids, little kids. That's a theme that I'm really fascinated with.
And what is it about the children in your play that really make this story unique?
I think to show that they have the strength, that they have the courage. And you know what's been interesting is in all the talkbacks that I've sat back and listened to, you've had kids that have raised their hands and gone, I don't agree with the choices that they made, or I do agree with the choices that they made. So I found it very fascinating when I, as the writer, thought this is the best option, that some kids are sitting there going, no, it's not.
So what does that mean to you as a playwright when children are putting up their hand and reacting to the content in your play?
To watch kids sit there and raise their hands, or in the middle of the show, you know, there was the other day, it was a huge chase scene, and one of the kids just kept shouting at the stage, hurry up, you guys, it's right there. And he's just telling the kids, and he was so disappointed that the actors are not listening to him. I've never had that experience. I've written only for adults who sit there with, you know, with their hands crossed, kind of really intensely watching or judging or whatever's going on. But I've never had kids actively participating. It's a unique experience.
Now, when you have that level of audience participation and that sort of brutal honesty in many ways, how does that shape you as a playwright and how you write and the next projects that you're going to focus on?
The ones that are coming forward, I'm writing 4 new plays right now and editing an opera, and the lens really changes. It's really making me look at it more critically, where I go, what is an audience trying to see? Because when I write plays, I never think of the audience. I only think of telling the story. Because as a writer, that's all you can do. You don't know what somebody will come and think of a play that you've written. You know, just tell the story. That's all it's about.
Do you think it's important to be very responsible with plays that involve children?
All of my plays, for anybody that's seen or read them, they're very, I have the reputation of it being very dark, but for me, it's very realistic. But when you have children, you have to leave them with hope.
Yes.
So I was purposely going in and layering that in. I'm not used to doing that, you know, and I would be so resentful at some points going, but it's not reality. But then you have to think, yeah, it can be real. However, it has to be truthful and it has to have hope. Ultimately, when people come to see a show, they want to leave with a message that they have learned, whether they're younger audiences or older audiences. It has to mean something to them in their own personal journey.